Thank you to our sponsor, MBA Growth Partners.
Welcome to Studio 501c3. I'm your host, Kim Jones, CEO of the Nonprofit Village, which increases capacity and provides shared space for charitable organizations. We feature nonprofit organizations that provide direct service programs for individuals and families in the county. These are all charities that the IRS has designated 501c3 because they provide a public benefit. In most cases, your donations to these organizations are tax deductible. This show is offered by Montgomery Community Media, and MCM is your public access resource that provides a variety of information and programs relevant to Montgomery County. Today, I'm talking with Fatima Savage, the Executive Director of the Jafai Foundation. The foundation provides shelter, education, wellness, and job support for abused women, the disabled, and underserved children. Fatima, thanks so much for talking with me today. Why don't you start by telling us? We're glad to have you here. Thanks. Again, let's start by talking a little bit about the history of the foundation and the mission of your work.
Jafai Foundation was founded by, I'm the founder by myself on 2013. The history, because we were trying to save some children during the war. And then in Montgomery County, I found out that there are a lot of kids in Montgomery County that needed home, and women that were struggling with kids and abuse. So I started being advocate with the women, and I start welcoming kids into my home. And I contacted the social services department and says, hey, my home is available if you all, need help. So I get licensed, and I start taking kids home. And then I become more involved with the special needs because I find out that the special needs kids really have trouble finding a home.
Right.
And most people find it very difficult because they don't understand how to take care of them. And I have a history about 20 to 30 years experience in taking care of people with disability. So I start accepting special needs. So now, while I have this organization, I found out that when kids are past the age 18 going 21, then they have to leave a safe home and they have to find another home. So that's how I came about this.
So you're providing a lot of support to entire families, not just individual children or individual girls. Are there a lot of cultural differences and varying lifestyles that you have to incorporate into how you're giving care and I guess referring them to other resources?
Yes. There are times that I get a call and, especially people who don't understand the English language clearly, or they have problem understanding and they want to confine on someone that they can, explain, so they can call me. I'm basically an advocate as well, because, and then if there's a need for referral, I can reach out to other organizations or reach out to other people that I know that have benefits. And I can say, hey, I have this individual that really, really need help. And is there a way you can pitch in or you can help? And it has always been successful.
Okay. So what are some of the other organizations that you end up, I guess, working with in the community, or sometimes I guess even partnering in order to refer people?
Right. For example, we have like the United Community of Muslims. We have the Women Center in DC, where they have like young mothers with babies. I have actually those people. There was one time we went there and helped with some diapers and supplies.
And are you still having to support entire families? And where do
In Montgomery
you
County.
refer them? Are you referring them to others that open their homes or to affordable housing, and then obviously helping them with workforce development? How does that all work?
While the workforce development, I also help because some, especially young mothers who have just, they have just come out of a bad situation and they want to stand on their feet. And I try to empower them by helping them, there are times that I help them with paying for their training where they go to learn some kind of a skills, and then, help them get a job. Or I also have home health care that I can say, hey, you get the training and you can go get a job and they become independent, and that will empower them to able to support their own family. They're not going to be depending on the system or depending on somebody else and put up with all this abuse that they don't need to put up with.
And thank you for sharing that. Many of the families I know in the past have come, they're relocating from Sierra Leone. Are you also working with families from other countries that are coming in, as well as people that might be migrating from just other areas of the United States to Montgomery County?
I have helped some people who relocate here from Sierra Leone, and mostly Africans. And I mean, if I can speak their language and they understand me and they reach out, or somebody recommended, I can help those people with the little resource that I have, and also guide them to say, hey, if you go to this department, you can get this. If you go to this department, mostly guide them to find their way around.
Fatima, I'm going to stop you there because I'm going to take a quick break, and then I want to continue this when we come back so that people can hear more about the services of the foundation. So we'll be right back. Studio 501c3 is on Montgomery Community Media.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Greg, come on man, let's put a ride home.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
COVID-19 has hit our community real hard.
We're dying from coronavirus at almost double the national rate.
If we come together, we have the power to save what matters to us, our Black lives.
There's power in protecting your loved ones.
There's power in wearing a mask and social distancing.
There's power in knowing the facts and using your voice.
Let's fight COVID-19. Visit bethepowerofus.org.
Welcome back to Studio 501c3, bringing you information on essential nonprofit programs in Montgomery County. I'm talking with Fatima Savage, the Executive Director of the Jafai Foundation. And we were talking before the break about families that are coming and migrating and relocating in. So continue what you were saying about all of the services that you're providing to those people that are coming in from not only Sierra Leone, but other African countries.
Yeah, mostly other African countries, as long as I can understand the language, or if I cannot understand the language, I always will find someone that I know that can speak the language. And then that person, I can reach out, or I can have the person accompany me to that person, and we can make them as comfortable as possible and say, hey, if we can help you, you go to this department to apply for this, go to this department for this. And that really make them feel at home. They don't feel lost. Because I remember a lady that came with her husband, they arrived, I think they don't know nobody. They have absolutely nobody. And they trying to find their way. They don't know where to go get a social security. They don't know where to go get an ID. So I said, listen, you go to this at New Hampshire Avenue, you can get this. If you go to the DMV, once I guide them through that process. Right.
Well, yeah, what you're doing is, yeah, you're right. You're navigating them through this whole system. It's a complex system. There's a lot of, places that you have to go to do a lot of different things. And it's a different environment than one that you might be coming from. Education system is different, how you register, how you advocate for your children, all of those kinds of things. So has the program, you had mentioned earlier, all of the advocacy that you do, and do you feel that you have really increased the awareness of the issues of these families, and that there is any positive movement in further support for the families outside of the foundation, obviously, county support or other organizations? Do you feel that you've kind of moved the needle on that?
Oh, yes. I have really, in the past, most people that I helped during that process and guide, most of them are doing so well now. Some of them have gone as far as owning their own homes, having, they're putting into society. They are working full time. They're not depending on no government assistance anymore. So that's the goal. You want them to be independent. You want them to be able to say, hey, this is the American dream, because we all have been there one way or the other. Right. So that's what I intend to do.
Okay, well, good. And then what about other support for the foundation? Do you find that you're getting support from corporate communities or more individuals that can help you either collect or distribute supplies or allocate resources to those who are in need?
Well, to be honest, we haven't, we're reaching out, but we haven't been successful. However, we have the fund. We try to make a fundraising once a year, but I find out, that what I was doing was the opposite way, and I'm glad I was with SOAR, and that was one of the benefits. I realized that, hey, just because you're nonprofit doesn't mean you have to do everything from your retirement income.
Right.
You have to, Right. So I just found out that, during the training that I went through. So thank you for that.
Good.
So we're gonna continue reaching out and see.
Well, as people see this show, as people see this show, then maybe there will be more outreach. Fatima, that's actually all the time we have, but I want to thank you for sharing this great information with the audience today, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
For more information on the Jafai Foundation, visit their website at Jafai, Jafai Foundation.org. I'm Kim Jones. Thanks for joining us, and come back for another edition of Studio 501c3 on Montgomery Community Media.